Check it, make sure we good. All right, Shalom. We the brothers from the GMS New Orleans coming back at you with another quick sit down. Prior to getting started, as we always do, we like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Yahweh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the icons that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying to the hopeful elect, then to those that cleave to the body. Good. Con. And as you can see in the title of the lesson, it has we understand by the books. The books are the Bible, all right, which is Biblios, which is the collection of books, okay, which is written of the men of the Lord. And this is how we get our understanding. This is how we form understanding. This is how we converse. All right. This is what this is our the spirit in which the Lord have put in his tabernacle, his house. All right, for his men to connect with each other. All right, this is how we understand the ways of the world. This is how we understand the wicked and the heathen. All right, this is how we understand the kingdom to come. Okay, this is how we understand all the things which is written there. That's written in and out of the book, man. Okay, this is how we understand Yahweh Shai. Okay, who the words of the book is. All right, and whose spirit the book, whose spirit we come in inside of the book. All right, which is Yahweh Shai, our Lord. Okay, you got one? Let's start off with that one. Bible said at Daniel 9, and then we'll grab our precept. Finally, that's a precept. Go ahead.
Book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 2. The first year of his reign, I, Daniel, understood by books the numbers of the years.
Yeah. So Daniel said he understood by books the number of years. Go ahead.
Whereof the word of Yahweh came to Jeremiah the prophet, and he would accomplish 70 years in the desolations of Jerusalem.
Right. So he learned by books that this prophecy would what come to pass. All right. And that's how we also know certain prophecies is going to come to pass. One of y'all brothers, make sure y'all hold Isaiah 30, all right, and 8. But the thing is, Jeremiah learned by the books what shall come to pass. So what's written before time was written before for our learning. All right, that we may know what's to come. And that's how we able to say we can say before or come in the stead of prophets. All right, because we understand by the writings that was written before us, man. All right, doing reincarnation, coming back with the same writings that was before. All right, but go ahead, brother. Well, now whichever one of y'all got it, we can jump into that.
Just to go with the lesson,
You got it.
how do we get this understanding? Searching the scriptures.
Yeah.
And just like the Bereans, they heard what the Apostle Paul was speaking, so they searched the scriptures diligently to see if it were true. And the Spirit's dealing with you, clearly see that. Continue to read and build upon yourself. And as you see these things come to pass, you see that this is the perfect guide and framework to go by. This is Acts 17, verse 10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. Here's the main point. These were more noble than those of Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. And said they were more noble. Why? Because they received the word with readiness and searched the scriptures to see if these things were true. The key point being they searched to gain understanding of things. That's how we gain understanding of things and move accordingly.
Yeah, for you. Them brothers. No, come. Go ahead.
So, this is the book of Nehemiah, chapter.
If I could say those men of Berea, they was open-minded. All right, but it was open-minded into learning the right way or guided through the right way of the scriptures, man. All right, they went search to see if the things that was given unto them and said the prophets are different men, if it was true, which we all should do. All right, like you should go and see, like the elders always tell, be on the block. You ain't gotta believe us. We want you to go search and see that it's the truth. Then come back, man. All right, then join them to us because you're a believer. No, like bro, those things you said, they was what truth.
Well, you got any gimmicks.
Yeah,
The words, the book speaks for itself.
the books of the words of the book. That's how we understand. Go ahead on.
Book of Nehemiah, chapter 1 and 2. Because even when
got a young brother that actually did that. He went search the scriptures. Even I told him back then to go search these camps, but to see which one is telling the truth or not. Right? And he did it. And then, Lord, what the brother came back, and then search, search might have took a while, but he came back to the realization that this is the only group that's telling the 100% truth, man. All right. Good.
Hey, in the NLT it says, and the people of Berea were more open-minded than those in Thessalonica, and they listened eagerly to Paul's message. They gave ear. They adhered to what Paul was saying. All right. They searched the scriptures day after day to see if Paul and Silas was teaching the truth. And it, to understand, like, okay, if they're teaching the truth, then this book is the truth. So we need to understand by searching the book, and then we'll be able to understand. You got it, brother.
The book of Nehemiah chapter 8 goes into prophets on the streets teaching the people. Let's see how they teach.
That's a good one.
Nehemiah 8 verse 8. So they read in the book, in the law of Yahweh distinctly, and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading.
Ooh, read that again. Give me to match with him. Give me Deuteronomy 34:7. I pray it down. I will stop. You got to go back.
Nehemiah 8 verse 8. So there's the prophets who've been on the
Let's say, put the books out. Like,
They ain't got no.
don't got no handle on it.
It's all good.
It's all good. So like, yeah, put the bag on the back of it, a heavier bag. So like, that's Satan. He always do this. He always start. Once we start getting busy, you can read it on that. Y'all can. I'm wide. It's like, yeah, that's
good.
put it on. Put one on the back too. Back up. I gotta catch y'all. So to eat. Got everybody. Read it again. I'm wide. Go ahead. Read it.
book of Nehemiah chapter 8 verse 8. It says, so they read in the book of the law of Yahweh distinctly, and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading.
Yeah. Cause them to understand and read. They read in that distinctively. Get that word distinctively. You got that Deuteronomy 34. Go ahead and read it. No. Exodus 30. I'm about to find this. It's 31 something. I think it may be Exodus. Go ahead and read that again. I'm wide.
So
My
they
bad,
read
my
in the
bad.
book of the law of Yahweh distinctly. It's that word distinctly.
Exodus.
It says to make distinct, declare, separate, to distinguish what's
Yeah.
holy and what's unholy.
Yep. And that's why I tell you to blessed is he that read it, right? You got that? And then you will go into that word. Go ahead. That's beautiful. Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Revelation 1:3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy.
Yeah, get the word read it. And they hear the words of the prophecy. Now, when you go back to Daniel said that he understood by the books what the prophet basically what was prophesying in the books. That's the way he understood it, man. All right, because even men of old time, you had heathens read like Balaam and Balak. They read prophecies that was gonna come to pass, man. They understood like this written in the book over here. All right, Alexander. He believed Jadua, right? The priest, all right, that he was the he goat in Daniel 8. But the heathen didn't understand by the books. Why you think they had the Hebrew interpreter that came over here with Columbus, which his other name? He got the other name, Christopher Kubal, or whatever. All right, he had the interpreter. So, but what he said, I got the book of address with me. All right. Still to this day, everybody is learning. We are understanding by the books. Even the wicked. The wicked know the scriptures too. That's why they created space for us. They understand we need to fight the Lord. This is real, man. But go ahead, Doc.
That's the book of Exodus.
You got the word? Let him bring the word. Go ahead.
This that word read it in Revelations chapter 1 and verse 3. It says G 314. It says anagnosko to distinguish between, to recognize, to know according, Salakia, to know accurately, to acknowledge, to read.
To rightly divide.
That's right.
Right. So once we understand the books, we go in the books. You need a spiritual teacher or a guide. All right. And as you guided by the spiritual teacher, you got to pray that the Lord give you the Rakakwadash to also help you understand, man.
That's right.
All right. Because teachers can teach you, but the understanding got to come of the Lord. All right. And Daniel and these different men knew that the Lord was dealing with them so that they would understand. They would have to fast, do particular things that they can understand the book or what was written therein. Go ahead, out. Got that? You still got that precept? Okay. It's you brought out distinctively, right? That's why I brought that out. All right. Well, give me that Exodus 24:7.
This Exodus 24:7. It says, and he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience of the people, and they said, all that Yahweh said we will do and be obedient.
So they said all that Yahweh said we would do and be obedient. So when the Lord, when Moses took the book of the covenant, which is the Bible, all right, he read it in the audience of the people, so they can understand what they need to do. And even in that Nehemiah 8, when you go, you had Nehemiah or Ezra as the scribe or the man. In the middle, he had two readers, and he had men to his right flank and his left flank, telling the people in the audience, they was like in the Watergate, it was men, women, and children, listening to what they should do so they can understand how to follow the Lord. And that's how we learn how to follow the Lord today. All right, we understood by the men of the Lord to go and look into the books, and then we believed and followed. They spoke, and therefore we believe, and vice versa. That's what we're doing now. That's all you had in that? Oh, that precept sharp by the guy. Bring him out. You all had something?
I got the Isaiah 8, 29:8.
I asked for that one.
I'll go right.
What precept? Yeah, you go find that out. No, see you?
Oh, no. You got caught this. This is
Oh, okay.
Talking about 28 and 8.
20. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that was from 29. Threw me off with that one. 29 and 8?
Yeah, I thought it was 29.
Nah, that's
30 and 8. Oh, Consulaki, yeah, 30 and 8. Yeah.
Oh, let me get this one.
Come on,
Real
brother.
quick. John 5:33.
Yeah, only off that one.
He sent unto John, and he had bear witness of the truth. I received not the testimony from man. These things that I said that he might be saved. Right? He was burning in that shining light. and
Can you
he
read it
were-
again? Can you start it over again, Salaki, brother?
Yeah, this is John 5:33. He said, he sent unto John, and he bear witness unto the truth. But I received not testimony from man, but these things I say that he might be saved.
Mhm.
He was a burning and a shining light, and he were willing for a season to rejoice in his light.
Mhm.
But I have greater witness than that of John, for the works which the Father hath given me to finish, the same works that I do bear witness of me, that the Father have sent unto me. All right, and it says, getting down to the point.
Well, this is nice. It has. It's shotgun apartment.
Yeah,
That's
a demon.
All right, and it says, and the Father himself has sent me had bear witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time nor his shape, and ye have not his word abided in you, for whom he have sent him ye believe not. And this is the point. It says, search the scriptures.
Search the scriptures.
For
Stop
in
right.
them, with
Yeah, search the scriptures, right? To seek diligently, right? And it's about to tell you, because that's a great separation of, but go ahead, you got it, bro.
it says, search the scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life.
Right. So in the scriptures, you think you have eternal life, but there's a way to receive immortality. There's things to do inside of the scriptures for you to get immortality. And that's how we understand, all right, what it takes to get it. And that's why we pursue it. But go ahead,
It says, and they are they which testify of me.
which is the word, all right, which he's the word. Go ahead.
It says, and ye will not come to me that ye might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that ye have not the love of the Most High in you.
39 was the point.
They go to mouth.
Come. That's the point. Search the scriptures, man. All right. As men do, as we all do. All right. Are we all supposed to do? That way we may learn, man, and be fervent in spirit. All right. Understanding come by building upon it. All right. Believing in it, trusting in it, working in it. Right. A workman. Right. Rightly divine the scriptures. And when you don't know, it's gonna be scriptures you don't know, and that's okay. But you got the books to help you understand. You got the brothers, and the brothers you go to the understand, they gonna just go to the same book and help you understand what it is in the book. You know, that don't mean you're in a man of the Lord because you don't understand something in the book. We all need to understand, all right? But we all getting to understand it by sharing, understanding with each other, by sharing the words of the book. That's how we're understanding as a unit. Y'all got something? Go ahead, y'all got it.
This is
You got more? Something else? Go ahead. I got it.
backing up everything that you just said, brother. This is Second Maccabees chapter 2, verse. I'm start at 24. It says, "For considering the infinite number
That's it.
and the difficulty which
Yep.
they find that desire
Yep.
to look into the narrations of the story."
So the narrations of the story throw Jake off. You got the allegories, the metaphors, the similes. All right, you got similitudes. All right, which throws Jake's off. Throw Jake off because there's a narrative to the scriptures. The Lord only loved Israel. He's coming to save the elect and 1/3 of his people. He's going to destroy certain parts of the earth. He gonna put a certain people into captivity. It's a narration to the story. Yahweh Shai is coming back with the host of heaven. There's narratives to the scriptures, man, and that's why it's going. I love this. I love this. These precepts. Go ahead.
Second Maccabees chapter 2 and 24. Considering the infinite number and the difficulty that they find that desire to look into the narrations of the story for the variety of the matter, we have been careful that they that will read may have the light.
Yeah, and the way you be careful that they may have read, because you show them, all right, what they're reading. Once you learn the word of the Lord, you guide the man on how to rightly divide the scriptures, man. You bring them precept upon precept. I don't just that need to come out. Line upon line. Here a little, there a little. Because when you desiring, you really don't know how to put in order what you desire. So you need help categorizing your desires, man. All right, because there's gonna be a lot of things you want to know, but it's a way to know it according to the scriptures. You can't just say, I want to know this, and then a man just give it to you as such. Some things he got to break down, grab from over here, get from over there, into what? Into helping you understand it, man. All right, go ahead.
That's going to go into verse 26.
Go into verse 26, good. Make sure you have a precept upon precept, line upon line. This is Father come. Go ahead.
Verse 25. We have been careful that they that will read may have the light, and that they that are desirous to commit to memory might have ease.
Yep. So when you commit something to memory with ease, it's because the person that's helping you find what you're looking for, it puts you at rest. Now, while you at rest, you could think upon, man, wow, we the Lord's chosen people. But now that you understand it, your desires are quenched, or your appetite, like, man, wow, we the chosen people. I want to know more about it. And then you start to desire more and more until you learn it. And now when you learn it, you start to teach it. That's all our story. Like we all started desiring more and more. The more we learned, the more we understood, the more we was eager to learn. All right. Our desire, they got this old saying, all right, your desire is on fire. All right. Well, the Lord got a way of helping, like, ignite that fire, keep it going, man. You know, but go ahead.
Desirous to commit to memory might have ease, and that all into whose hands it comes might have profit.
Yep.
This is the point I was saying. Verse 26. Therefore, to us that have taken upon us this painful labor of abridging, it was not easy, but a matter of sweat and watching.
Right. So to get the precepts upon precepts and line upon line, it's not easy. Jay could look at this and be like, man, I could do that what they're doing until you get right here and do it and be like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I was one of them people. I'm thinking, I'm looking at brothers, I'm fervent, I'm desirous in the spirit. But when I get it, a brother like, you just don't know yet. And I'm like, damn, the more I learned, the more I knew I didn't know. So the more I needed to be a bridge to like, okay, you got this, you do know this amount. You know the surface of this. Now we can bring you here. And Jake just walking you alone. Elder brother in the camp, walking you alone. Conference calls. Okay, learn this. You get this, you got free will, learn reincarnation, and so and so. And furthermore, you start to understand. The more you understand, the more you get built up, man. All right, understand and build you up. Go ahead.
And it's levels to it.
Levels too.
Right? Like in the beginning, you learning, you just finding out who you are. Then you come into the second leg of this thing. You start to learn how to simmer down that fire you got. Sometimes you come out a wild boy. You may have a crazy personality. You gotta learn to simmer it down, and then everything else from the other scriptures, learn how to get the anistrophia to match with the scriptures and the precepts, you know, man. And then after 10 years or something, everything else starts to make sense. You really start to live and breathe and sweat this thing, man. All right, it becomes a part of you. All right, and then everything else, and then the things you do within this truth is like second nature. You know, when I go to the store, I'm not reaching or thinking about ham no more. I'm getting turkey. I'm getting chicken. All right. I know the things to put in my body. Whether it be scriptures, even in the scriptures, I start hearing some bullshit in the book. Oh, that's bullshit. I learn to filter things out. You know, even in life. You know, with your family members and people, you learn what's part of your appetites in this truth, man. But go ahead.
Like you say, you get to the level of maturity to where now your understanding are elevated. You know, when your understanding of elevated to where you can help another man understand, right? Like, you know, like with, now I won't say with ease, respectfully, say that with humility, but brothers, you know, the Lord, brothers have diligently worked in the Lord and labored, and the Lord have increased them, you know, and now you can help other men understand, all right, which also we always learning to understand. We always getting better and greater with understanding. We're going to be understanding the kingdom of heaven. The Lord going to have to put us on a whole new level of understanding, because it's greater things in the kingdom to where our understanding going to have to level up. That's why we're going to have the understanding as God's thing, so we can understand the manipulation of elements, how to run different galaxies and mansions. We need another level, man, of understanding. Okay, y'all brothers got something?
Yeah.
Come on, got another one? Go ahead, man. You got it.
This is Joshua 1:8. It said, This book of the law should not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. But then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have a good success.
You got it.
And that's what happens when you search diligently in the scriptures, man. You start to understand your way, right? You start to understand the ways of the Most High, right? Understanding how the creations were made, how you came about, how Yahushua came about too, man. How everything operates and works. You learn the good and the bad. You learn about the evil side, right, of these devils, how they ruling on the left hand side of the Most High. Everything starts to make sense, right? Even the operation and the conduct of these people, you start to know, oh, that nigga got a demon. This person here, you know, they off. All right, you start to grow discernment, right? And the large part of discernment is first taught through the scriptures. You gotta dig in deep in these scriptures, man. Preferably, if you're a new guy coming in, I would say go over the book of Sirach, the whole book of Sirach, man. So Sirach is a study tool to know the do's and don'ts of how to move in a society, man. How to move as a man, right?
That's a starter kit for coming in the truth.
Yeah. You got it though.
Like he said, the Sirach, which give you wisdom on how to move, then you start understanding. Because when you come in the truth, you got to learn how to move. Every man, you know, had this. Myself as a younger man, you still gonna have it. We spots. We not perfect. All right, you got to learn how to move amongst men, how to work with them. All right, how to learn and understand with them. Because to learn and to get to understand people in this world, if you go with the world, with people in the world, y'all never learn to get to understand each other, man.
Hey,
but the books do.
We had a couple of guys going around the camp.
Don't
Couple of guys
understand.
Don't understand
Yeah.
working about it meant. You
Yep.
think, you know, a brother that's pulling your leg or joking with you, you think he's serious. Like, you fucking seriously? Man, like, that's just how he is, bro. But
Yep.
you gotta learn how to, you know, get in the group with him, man.
Hate.
You know? Yeah, the same guy that would really, in the truth, man, the same guy that would ruffle your feathers, all right? The same guy that's on you, you need to get coached. But, you know, it is, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like it, bro. You see this, bro?
Yeah.
Look at the Saints just hate with the win, bro. But wait out, and then we gonna march them around the table.
This is Psalms 119. I'm gonna read.
We got 5 in that same chapter. That's
4 and 5.
yeah.
104 and 105.
No, go ahead. You got it. I'm saying we got 5 different precepts in that scripture. But go ahead.
This is
In that chapter.
Psalms 119, 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding.
Yep.
Therefore I hate
Yeah.
every false way.
You got it, bro. You got it.
Hey, as the brothers were going into this word, you know, build your correct conduct and how to interact in society. You see what pleases Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, what displeases Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, and you move accordingly. It becomes second nature, you know, not to eat abominable foods, you know, think about adultery, just be a demon out here. And you come to hate this society that much more, and see just the relevance of studying these scriptures and getting closer with Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.
Ain't the only way to understand, right? The only way to do righteous is to understand. You can't just come around and go, I'm doing this right. That's why Jake think the things he's doing in life is right. He don't understand that it ain't right. But the only way to learn righteous is, like he says, if you don't learn the precepts, then you gonna love every false way, right? Because if David Bentley said, if you don't know the precepts, then you love every false way. He like, look, I hate every false way because I know the precepts. All right, go ahead, brother. You want to say something?
No, they got something that's going
That's going into that.
You gotta get in the mix. You gotta get in the mix. Start making mistakes, man. That's how you learn.
That too.
Your greatest teacher is the last mistake you made, man. That's your greatest teacher.
Good point.
And you grow, you build from that, right? You really becoming those building blocks within the church, because you either 2 things going on. You becoming poison in the camp, or you become to be a building block in the camp. You know, you add or you destroy it, man. Right?
You destroy.
Yeah, so you don't want to become poison within the church that you're a part of, man. Right? Well, it get to the point, nobody really wants to. You don't want to fuck with nobody because fucking with them is more out of you being involved, man. You know, some guys that just don't even want to be involved.
Cause you to grow, actually put off that old man.
All right? You young guys, they come in the camp, whether they on this side or trying to come in, they're nothing more than more sticks and more fuel for the guys who've been in to keep burning and keep growing, man. We all bouncing off information and growing on each other, man. It shouldn't be to the point where you're distancing yourself from even them, the young guys, or even the older brothers, man, that's in the camp with you. You can't start to become poison, man. All right? Nobody wants to talk to you or be around your ass. You don't want to be around us. But go ahead,
God, understanding has a growth method to it. Like the brother said, like you as years progress, your understanding should be getting stronger, man. All right,
patience.
Your patience, yeah, your endurance.
Oh yeah,
long suffering, mercy.
Uh-huh. You're dealing with a bunch of people that you look at a span of 5 years. They didn't. That's not that long, man. They didn't know they're just waking up.
Yeah. And they coming in with a low vibration of understanding. But as you increase, all right, the Lord is making your understanding healthy. Anything that start to look healthy, it start to look good, it start to move good, think good. Anything like when you see Jake healthy, lively, he more uppity, like, man, my hygiene, my health good. Anything that start to get good and understand that there's a goodness to it is a growth that come with it, man. All right, go ahead.
I just want to make this point. What these brothers are saying is exactly right, man. And this thing of ours, your actions are gonna start to match your understanding. You know, at first you might not move in certain ways, but you understand, you know, a certain thing. But through time, you know, through the element of time, like the elder always go into, your actions start to match that understanding. Like you can't increase in understanding and your actions don't mesh with that.
Yeah,
They go hand in hand.
your actions can't lag behind your understanding,
That's right.
or vice versa. It can't be like a brother gonna chant like, bro, your actions ain't matching what you saying you understand or no, right? You know, that's
And we
right.
brothers, so we know, all right, hey, this brother, he understand this.
Yes,
But why is he acting like
like
that?
yeah,
You see?
right. That's a
So
good
it
point.
you start to like that's how the Lord start to expose shit.
Yeah,
You know, we done went
Man, you
over
living a double life, man.
that's right.
And we didn't see guys do that. You come to camp, whoop de whoop, biggest chains on, all that shit, multiple chains, all you know, precepts. And then that little thing called the camera go off. Jake living another life, man. Walling out. At some point, like I said, after that 5-6 year mark, that little phase should be out the way to where you start to make better life decisions, man. Having self-control, being able to really think and move better, man. Just get to year 10, year 12, and you still making the same mistakes that you made the first month, first year of the truth, man. Everything gotta start moving parallel with each other. The same power and might that you bring these scriptures out, being able to dive deep into these precepts, well, your life gotta move the same way too.
that's a good point.
You can't be sitting here want to be all powerful on camera, but then you childish when the camera go off, you know.
Right.
Like, I know, I got something for you.
You know, all you there's many other things, you know. You gotta move. They both gotta work together, man.
Get 2 Corinthians 8:15. I got it. It says, as it is written, he that gathereth much had nothing over, and he that had gathered little had no lack. So as we gathering, right, like he said, with the understanding, even if you got a little bit of this understanding, man, you shouldn't be lacking. All right. Or if you lacking, you get more, right, and gain more. The more you gain, you should be basically you should be leveled off. All right. So if you got a lot, you got to level off with this. If you got a little, you got to level off with that, man. Like the elder said. All right, we leveling ourselves, and we're unbalanced scale. But the Lord require balance. So even once we start to we understand like, okay, we got to start balancing ourselves. Some it take longer than others, but it got to be some type of progress, some type of growth. All right, that's that for everybody.
The whole timid man got to change based on a simple fact. The different positions and things that you actually be in the camp gotta level up too, man.
Yes.
All right. You might be asked, because like I said, I didn't see, and what the scriptures say, knowledge puffed it up, man. These scriptures are double-edged sword. You can cut people with them. You can cut your damn self. All right. And I didn't see guys get positions and Jake just bugged the fuck out, man. You know, based on the level of responsibility, same responsibility has to match up with your walk off the camera. You should be able to start living this thing, man. All right. Everything needs to be done. The things that you do, the liberties that we do have, you gotta take them in consideration and doing them in moderation too, man. But go ahead.
Let's see that. It says, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 37. Again, that whole book teaches you how to be a man of the Lord and the truth. It says, verse 19, there is one that is wise and teaches many, and yet is unprofitable to himself. Yeah. Memorize all these precepts. You got the bracelets, the ring, the armband, this and that, but you're unprofitable yourself. You fall out of the truth. You a nigga around brothers, but you teaching many. You teaching brothers precepts.
And you breaking down Daniel's the 11th chapter in the dark. All right. Yeah. You breaking down 2nd Esdras, the 11th and 12th chapter underwater. But yeah, you
You're a
fucked up as a
horrible brother.
person though,
Yeah,
man.
you're a horrible brother.
Yeah, horrible brother, man. You bring horrible examples for younger brothers, man. What it profit you? Nothing. Go ahead, huh?
It says, there is one that showeth wisdom in words and is hated.
Oh
He
man.
shall be destitute of all food.
Yeah.
It says, for grace is not given him from the Lord because he is deprived of all wisdom. Man, that's heavy. Lord not dealing with you. These are going to be those same guys that are going to come to the Lord. Lord, I prophesied in your name. I wrote down precepts. I did 3 videos a day. I had 800 precepts, Lord. He's going to look at you like, I never knew you. Who are you?
Learning the precepts, not the end game. Welcome, bro. When you learn the precepts, welcome to being an Israelite. That's pretty much the welcome stage. Jake, like, oh, I learned the welcome to the beginning. And if you don't understand that just learning the precepts or something that's fire, or knowing where to put them at, hey, if you continue on like that, if not, you actually living them, because it said they that preach the gospel must live it. So it got to become you at some point. If you continue on just knowing the precepts and just saying them and adding them in, well, oh, this go here, that go there. Guess what? Congratulations, you played yourself. You're gonna continue to play yourself. Go ahead.
All of the wicked scribes and Pharisees knew the precepts.
They knew the precepts.
They were masters in the law.
Yes.
They had the Bible memorized in Hebrew. They knew the Bible
They
way
knew
more
it.
than you, Jake.
Yeah.
And they were still off. So what does that tell you? It's not about memorizing a million precepts and being a wicked nigga, man. It's about starting with faith, having humility, mercy, consistency, integrity.
It really what goes on behind the scenes. Shit that people can't see, man. All right. And first and foremost, the Lord kicked it off with loving your brother, man. Right? You can't do that. All right. Especially if you and your brother done had years in. When I say years, I'm talking about years in the truth with each other to where you can't come talk to each other. Something wrong, man. After me and you've been in 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. All right, we a month apart, still in the same class. Your shit better come to you about anything, man.
Yeah.
We've been on the battlefield. We've been out here. They didn't get in the fight. Got guns pulled on us. All type of shit. Ups and downs. We didn't seen brothers' children born, grow up, all type. And you tell me I can't talk to you? Something fucking wrong, man. Something wrong, man.
Or you secretly don't love me. According to the law, nothing. I just,
yeah, that's a problem.
You know, I secretly don't do it.
You know, you should be by that time. You should see. You should be. You should start to have even discernment in the spirit where you can see things. Even in the, well, I want to say this. Even in the spirit, you can see that Satan is manipulating and coming into play. Satan is in between me and his brother.
Right.
Or situation that's going on, man. You just walking around, oh, that just happened. I just said that just to be saying that shit. You done that shit just to be, nah, man, Satan involved. All right? You got to rebuke that shit, man. And how we find it out? Back to the scriptures. Through wisdom of these scriptures. That's how we find it out. How to discern issues. Because these were written for examples. We had Paul and Barnabas, had they fallen out, man.
It's dissension, y'all.
All right, and those were written for examples of how, in these times, how to handle certain situations, man. All right, brothers, all type of issues, man. But they're found by seeking the scriptures. If you don't know that, that means you ain't seeking the scriptures. You just bullshit. You going home, go to work, go to sleep, go home, go to work, go to. You ain't read. You ain't studying, man.
Or you reading it and dismissing it.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I read that. You know, so
reading without understanding either.
right.
Your whole time in the truth, man. You should be asking questions, man. You didn't win from whatever year you came in. The whole time you didn't ask no question, no breakdown, nothing.
You're on the real. You gotta ask something.
Something wrong with you, man. Like I said, it's gotta happen, man. Go ahead.
Y'all got some precepts.
I got something back up. Just said. This is Sirach 6, and I'll just go to 33. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. And to the multitude of the elders, be cleave unto him that is wise. And like I said, with the brother asking questions, you don't want to digress. The more that you gain in the truth, because then at the end of the day, it's going to be all
Yeah, we're in a ministry of balancing. All right. And if it be when Solomon prayed for knowledge and wisdom, at the end result of it, he said, "But give me understanding of it." All right. But he knew, Solomon knew what to pray for because he was aware of what the scriptures would do, having the knowledge of the scriptures. He didn't ask for anything.
Right.
He asked to understand the knowledge and the wisdom of the scriptures. All right. That he may be wise in this, so he can lead and judge the people. So we are, what you would like to say, many judges in a sense. So we got to have understanding, man. When we out there on the corners and we telling people stuff, we got to understand what we saying, man. All right. And for the most part, we got to do our best at not being hypocrites. All right.
Yeah, we got to learn to be to understand people. Because yeah, some people come out there to just flat out don't understand. You got some guys, he got enough passion in him. He's being stubborn, but he kind of gets it too.
Right.
He's sincere, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to see those things in people. You know, it's like we can say, oh, talk to a certain guy, you know, and I don't like, you know, certain brothers be like, because a guy can do a two-step and backflip or some shit, that don't mean he's Jake, all right? Yeah. But actually diving deep into the spirit of these scriptures and dealing with a guy, you can see, oh, that he's a Jake or he's a heathen, man. I'm saying this, certain heathen they might have been too. They nigga that could do two-step.
They could do shit.
The cha-cha slide and do the split and shit, man, fuck it, you know? Be a heathen. You know, but other than that, these scriptures are paved the way for you to understand that, man, to have the discernment to see that through the spirit. All right? What you about to say? You trying to get something?
Yeah, I got it. The word understand about to basically cover everything you just said. This in the online etymology, it says understand, to comprehend and grasp the idea of, receive from a word, or words, or from a sign, the idea it is intended to convey.
That's the most part. That's the most important of reading is comprehending.
Comprehending.
Because you can read all day and have no. I didn't seen it. Guys just read, and they don't understand none of the stories. They don't understand none what the scripture is conveying.
Grasp the idea of it.
Yeah, they don't even just read. That's what the Christians in the church do. We hear it all the time, right? I read the Bible back and back. I ain't read it upside down. Niggas will tell you that, but have no understanding. Okay, what Genesis 1:1? Right. That's God. John 3:16, the whole world now. Niggas just go completely lost, don't understand nothing. Only down to what we got it. We understand what those two books I just brought up. Understanding through what? Wisdom and knowledge, understanding the Most High. Right. The Most High giving us the first and foremost, the elders to, you know, that word has a meaning by it with the Strongs. Diving deeper. All right? Getting dictionaries, getting certain books, getting actually into the commentaries and stuff, man. Of the other different scholars. And taking the meat and the bone from them. All that examination is more when we go into these scriptures, man. So when we deal with a family member, just a dig on the street, he can't say shit. It's right there. And what they bring it out is busting his ass. Go ahead.
Yeah, understanding, like the elder said, understanding, you got to become understood. Because one that's understood is the past tense of understanding, meaning he leveled past that. So now the men of the Lord, once you're understood that you're a prophet, the understanding will come easy for those that you're giving it to. They'll be like, that man is understood because he studied, right? He can convey a view in a certain way, right? This is understanding. Or he stand in the midst of and show you like, I'm to be understood because the word of the Lord is to be understood. As we containing the understanding of it. Once you get the understood, that means you have the understanding past tense, man. All right, you understood, you know. But that's what it has right here. You know, like the elder said, you got to become understood, man. You know, examine. Go ahead.
If I get one more verse.
Go ahead, you got it.
John, this is Sirach 6:36, and it says, "And if thou seest a man of understanding, give thee times unto him." Right,
but if you get to him and he just have understanding, all right, he gonna be hard to be understood. So the man that have leveled his understanding up, he's gonna help you understand what you need to know. That's what calculated his understanding, man. Him showing you that.
Example is Paul. Paul go over people's heads, man.
Go over their head because he was understood.
So if
Was
Paul going over people's heads, I'm gonna go to Paul's teaching.
Yeah.
Gamaliel, Gamaliel was a bad boy. Yeah. Right? You know, in case in point with the apostles, a lot of times the apostles go over Jake's head, man. You know, they be saying things on the block. Jake don't even know. Jake just don't even know what they be talking about, man. The apostle said, they said this, like, but you gotta take an understanding what they're going into, who they're going into, what they're going into, right? And how it's being pushed out. You know, go ahead.
It says, "Get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door."
3 times early. What a door, like you say, you ask some questions, right? I mean, we're in the business of being asked stuff. So when you ask something, you can't get fucking mad. You gotta be able to help the man understand it. And if you don't understand it, they have a man somewhere that understands it, man. And that's all we saying. Like, so if you do misunderstand, you just to misunderstand means to underseek. Like that person is just underseeking what it is he trying to get. All right, you gotta help him understand, man. And you standing in the midst. So now you gotta help him to get it, man. You know, but go ahead on.
I'm gonna say too. I know another thing. You know, even with these scriptures, the scripture teaches you how to have proper etiquette, man. In the camp, even on outside, because some guys don't have it. You know, you gotta learn how to function and commit. Like I said, I didn't see some Jakes that come in. Jake never played youth sports. Jake never got
team activity.
No team activity.
Yeah,
Jake ain't never even really play a wrestle with the cousin, you know. Play on that concrete, playing like, and Jake get in here, and it'd be a hard thing, you know.
Or drink or whatever. Like it's things you done came in and Jake never drunk before. Now you drank with amongst man, you offending. You just you know.
There's ways to do that.
There's ways to do it.
You know, you gotta have you gotta learn how to hold yourself with that, man. Doing that in moderation, you could destroy yourself, man. You could destroy yourself in this truth. All right.
Standing.
You know, you always the main thing too, man, is always staying humble, man. All right. Different things that you accomplish in the truth of years. You gotta stay humble, man. So when you start going outside of being humble, you getting pride and ego in your ass, your days are numbered. I didn't see him.
No, it's motivation.
Yeah. It's proven. It's proven, man. I seen guys come and go, hold camps, all that shit, man. And like I said, I'm thinking about my first 2 years there when the apostle said that shit, man. Well, when they said it, that guy didn't see guys come and go. Main thing, that woman. Main thing, that money, job, you know. And it's staying proven to this day, man. Go ahead,
That's something back that understanding. It's Proverbs 4 and 7. It reads, "Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding."
Wisdom, a high office. Usually the principal office is the what? The top office in the school.
Can't go no higher.
Yeah, when they refer to getting wisdom is a high office. All right, but even when you get up there, it says at the end, what it say?
It says, "And with all thy get, well, get understanding."
So getting understanding triumph, even getting the wisdom. So you don't understand what you got, right? How to be wise. Wisdom is the root word, and wisdom is wise, being wise, right? But you got to know how to articulate the things you know, formulate them, put them to use.
I just seen guys get wisdom for their own malicious reason.
Yeah.
Get in the camp. I'm gonna get this enough knowledge to go cut the apostles.
Yeah, to go.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start my own thing. Huh? Yeah. That's all shit, man. All right. All that shit is off behavior, man. You know, you should be coming in this thing with an agenda, man. You know, I want to be on my own type of time. Go ahead.
What was it on that?
That was it. Go ahead.
jail. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it's the word narration, the etymology. I'm gonna read a couple definitions and go to the root word. It's heavy. It said narration, actually telling a story or recounting in order the particulars of some action, which is the Bible. Recalling in order. You can't just say, I know this precept, or I read the Bible front to back. There's an order to things.
Yeah, you gotta know the books. Some things come before others, man. You know, you gotta know the order of things.
56.
Relating, narrative, narrating a tale to explain, to recount. This is the root word. Narrative, narrow, which is spelled G-N-O. The root word is no. The same word in gnosko.
Yeah.
So in order to narrate, you have to know what you're
You have
talking
to know
about.
what you're talking about.
So it's like when somebody doesn't know what they're talking about, they narrate. You could tell they're lying. You
Yeah.
can tell they're winging it. Somebody that really was there, they can tell a story from different angles. Or this happened, this like this.
Yeah.
They have details because they know what they're talking about.
Usually when you have a narrator of a story, he probably wrote the story.
Yeah.
More or less, right? He the one narrating it. He put it in the direction he wanted to go in.
Right.
Because he understands the entire story.
Talking about shit, and he was never there. Talking about back in the West. He just found out you was Israelite.
He wasn't even never even reached the camp. You came to the camp, came to the ship, but you wasn't in the camp.
Yeah.
You gotta also the narrator. You gotta be in the game. You gotta be in the game. You can't be from the sidelines,
Yeah.
outside the bleachers.
Yeah, that's some experience.
You gotta get in the game.
In the game.
Because-
Experience the game.
The same thing happened. You know, I know you brothers know. They were writing the fabric back then. That one Jake that was in Egypt. That dude was there, man. He give account. He seen the water turn into blood.
Her word.
Yeah.
He never read Exodus, but everything he said lines up with Exodus.
Yeah.
It was there.
Yeah, man. Same thing for us. We're gonna be able to, Lord will, we're gonna be able to give our narrative, our account of being in Babylon, the deliverance, the chariots, the feeling, what we felt. We felt the concussion from heat, fire, how it felt to be beamed up. We're gonna give the account of that, man.
We're gonna
Throughout
say
there-
different things.
Yeah. Just like Matthew, John, Luke, Mark, they did, man.
But that thing happened.
Yeah,
Like you said, that concussion from that happened. We just gonna explain it different. But that don't mean it's wrong. It
They
just
experienced it.
It's levels
we
to-
experienced it.
it's levels to experience.
Yeah.
One of my favorite commentators from boxing is Roy Jones. He can barely speak English, but he can fight.
He can fight.
He brings out something Larry Birch can't bring
Yeah.
into
He
it.
can fight. Yup.
That's why you hate to see niggas like Stephen A. Smith. Them niggas only
Ain't this shit.
should be talking, man. Nigga, you ain't never get punched in one of them big motherfuckers, man.
Well,
Or got hit, or ran through the A gap and shit, man.
it's easy for you to say what you gonna do in game 7 when the man know everything you gonna do.
I would have done. If I was LeBron, I would have.
But the man know every play. Y'all that did it 7 games. Everything you doing, they know it. It's easy for you to say, you should just go in there and do this. It ain't that easy, man.
Yeah, man. That's why what Mike Tyson said.
Everybody got to.
Everybody got a
Get punched
plan
in
to
the face.
get punching them up, man. You know?
True. And the plan on the winter. You scrambling now, like what I do next?
But what's sad though, I didn't have comments in the years past about he should have did this. Why he ain't got this signed up? You go in there, go on your goddamn page, it's nothing. User have not made videos, no videos.
But he got everything to say about how our video going. He critique and everything.
Yeah,
Hey, you should have did this.
yeah. You gotta get in the game, man. And then if you get in the game, you gotta get out there consistently. You gotta get out there and know what the hell you talking about, man.
You gotta become a veteran.
Yeah.
You gotta become Tom Brady, a student of the game. You gotta be in it, man.
Crazy shit, man.
Like you say, you gotta, even when you get in the game, man, you gotta become a legend in the game. Like you gotta make your way to the Hall of Fame. You gotta level up. The elect is gonna be in the Hall of Fame, man. You in this, you gotta know what you here for. You gotta know what you distribute, what you bring to the team, what your gift, your talent. You gotta know what's going on, man. Know thyself.
Know thyself.
Got more? 7. Bring that out.
It's
We'll probably wind down.
It's Psalms 119, in 55, it reads, I have remembered thy name, O Yahweh, in the night, and have kept thy law.
And let's see how David remembered this. Go ahead.
This I had because I kept thy precepts.
So to remember the name and the Lord is that's the remembrance of why we here. What we need to do. The law in the name of the Lord, man. That's everything in its all. That's for salvation purposes. That's how we not offend our brothers. That's the keeping of the law, the fulfilling of the law. That's the what to do, the instructions of life, the Bible, like that's everything. But where we understand that by the books, by the keeping of the precepts, and the precepts is the Lord, the word of the Lord. That's where we find everything at. All right. This is how we learn how to live and exist. All right. Walk amongst one another. All right.
Over time, these scriptures teach you how to stop yourself from stopping yourself.
Yeah.
For real.
Yes.
Going off and shit, man.
Yes.
You know, like I said, you gotta do that through the experience. You gotta do that through these scriptures, man. You gotta do that by getting in the game, man. You know? You get in the game, you line up wrong sometimes you read shit wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta get in there.
There's been times in a huddle, bro. You done heard the play and maybe you heard and you line up over there like, man, or the DN or something. You like, you gotta get over here. You out of position.
Right.
You nobody on the team, but the man that understand on the team know that he's out of position. You gonna be like, hey, get over here. You supposed to be in the A gap. But what you know football. Right in here, oh my bad, I ain't was supposed to go in motion in the huddle. I thought you called this.
All that goes down to experience each other's timing.
Yeah.
Timing the fuck off, you know. Team for the quarterback backs up. You already know you supposed to be on a slant, right?
Yeah.
Supposed to be killing you still going
wide with it. Yeah.
Going wide, then come missing the shit. Timing.
It's time.
Right.
Just like us in the scriptures. It's timing. Where we gonna walk and get stronger and understand more. It's timing for us, man. Y'all brothers, us, that brother, is a time. All right. And we understand that time and chance happen to every man. We understand that part too. So the development process is in the hands of the Lord.
And then really right now, it's the time to be speeding up. You ain't got time to be doing this shit forever.
Yeah.
We're talking about being a quick understanding, maturity, all this. You gotta be moving. We ain't got that for long, man. As you can see, we ain't gonna be out there on the block that
359.
shit, man. You gotta do these things at a rapid pace. All right? Time ain't waiting on nobody, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This Psalms 119
He
and
said, time ain't waiting
59.
on nobody. We gotta learn. Go ahead.
I thought on my ways,
Hold on. It's what?
on my ways.
Right? How he learning? How he maturing? What he doing? The time,
and
what we
scroll
hear,
faith,
and the
everything.
scroll faith, what's close, the prophecies, how near he thought on his ways. And that's the way we think, our ways towards that. Go ahead.
And turned my feet
On his feet, his path, unto what?
unto thy testimony.
Unto the Lord's testimony. So you got to turn your path and your feet, and you got to get on your high horse. You got to rock and roll. Hey, salvation is not, right? We can't just keep on being lackadaisical or align this without. You know, I don't want to go in the streets. I may get slain. Well, the line is always out. You got Esau looking to devour everything, the other heathens. The lines, the predator's always out. We still got to come out here and do the Lord's word. We got to be sheep amongst wolves. Go ahead, brother.
This verse 60, it says, I made haste.
Hey, what?
I made haste.
Like he said, you got to get with it. You got to make haste. Go ahead.
It says, and delayed not to keep thy commandment.
There you go. Say less. Right? Delayed not to keep his commandments. He made haste. All right? The commandments is what's to come, what we prepare for, how we ought to protect ourselves. Right? And that's pretty much it. Y'all brothers got anything? So Lord will, you know, this video was edifying to the whole elect and to those that cleave to the body. So with that, we want to give infinite honors and prayers to
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, and Kabbalah.
the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Hakim that's pushing the truth and sincerity. To the next time, I'm going to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Brothers on the comment board, Shalom. Brothers lighting it up.